44 points on 44 shots. I don't know whether to be proud, to be disgusted, to be impressed. Like you don't just luck your way into 44 shots. It doesn't just happen. Like 10 threes, that happens. Okay, you could take 10 threes in the flow of a game, but 44 shots? It's the most we've seen in a game since Russell Westbrook in October of 2016. That was his MVP season. It's Murray, it's Westbrook, and it's Kobe Bryant as the only three guys to take at least 44 shots in a game this century. Kobe did it 6 times. I just don't know how like with Westbrook and Kobe, it kind of made sense because both those guys, like during most of the times that they took those shots, they were dealing with really bad teams. Westbrook's MVP season, if you remember, like there just wasn't a lot of offense on that team. Kobe, obviously, once Shaq left, was going on this whole like one-man show campaign. But like Dejounte, like obviously Trae Young was out, but like it's not like this team was like barren of any offensive talent. It's not like everyone on the team was injured and you were playing with like the 11th and 12th men and like you had to do this. Like this wasn't some LeBron against Detroit Game 5 2007 type thing. Like Bogdanovich had 24, DeAndre Hunter had 21. Like you had guys there. Like what was the mindset to say like I'm gonna take 44 shots? Like he's like I don't. And just like I think also like what's funny about it is that you would think specifically against a Celtics team where he was guarded primarily by Drew Holiday and Jaylen Brown, he would say, okay, I have really great defenders on me. You know, I'm going to use that to sort of like make the game easier for others, to get guys open, to get other guys shots, because it's going to be really difficult for me to score with these elite defenders on me. And like, he still takes 44 shots. Again, you can't just luck into that. Like that doesn't just happen. You need to make a concerted effort. Granted, he did have an extra 5 minutes in overtime, but like how does that happen? You take 44 shots and look, he scored 44 points. He wasn't so efficient, 18 to 44. That's not great, but like he did score 44 with it, for whatever that's worth. But just like only 2 free throws, so you want to talk ethical hoops. But just like I don't understand that it happens. And like thankfully he got the win. He hit the game-winning shot, because I think if he lost, it would have been a whole lot of criticism about why on God's earth you're taking 44 shots in any game. Like you're also not that kind of guy. Kobe can take 44 shots. Westbrook can take 44 shots. They have that kind of cachet. Dejounte Murray does not. And so for him to do it, I also think one of the funniest parts of this performance was after the game. Like we're all thinking the same thing as fans, right? Like, oh, he had that Mamba mentality. Like Kobe would be so proud of him taking 44 shots. And then after the game, he literally said it. He said, you know, after the game he was interviewed and he said, I don't want to take that many shots, but I know Kobe Bryant would be proud of me. He's so self-aware. I love it. But also like, if you don't want to take that many shots, don't take that many shots. There was no way anyone was making you. Again, like the situation did not demand for you to take 44 shots. So I need to know how that happens over the course of an NBA game when you're playing against this elite defense that's geared mostly to stop you, when you have a couple of guys on your team who are playing well, who can shoulder that offensive burden with you. How do you wind up taking 44 shots? It's just like, this is what I love about the NBA, is that like, I always like try to think back to like the start of the season. I'm like, okay, if you told me X, Y, and Z was going to happen, how shocked would I be? And at the beginning of the season, if you told me Dejounte Murray would take 44 shots in a game, honestly, if you told me Trae Young wasn't playing, I'd kind of believe it. But even still, it's just like the amount of crazy stuff that continues to happen, stuff that we never would have thought of. Like it's what makes the NBA so awesome on a night-to-night basis, where yeah, it's like the talent level and the skill and the stuff we see, but it's also just like the random events like this. And especially on a night where, you know, there were only 2 games. It was this game and then it was Milwaukee losing to New Orleans. And you know, like March Madness is obviously the big thing right now. So for the NBA to still have like this like massive talking point was just so funny. It was just one of the most randomest things that I think is going to be such a like nice little like fun look back on the anniversary every year. It's going to be, do you remember when Dejounte Murray took 44 shots to beat the Celtics? Oh, I love the NBA so much.